to You Were Saying, a gnarly podcast with only the most wicked hosts. Today we embark on the edge for our most daring topic yet, which extreme sport is absolutely no way for you bros. But there is an unexpected bend to this, dudes. One of us is totally not tubular and is trying to do secret flips without the others knowing. Can you spot this rogue badass? My name is James, and the people that are breaking in the intro are...
I'm Pipeline Paul.
I'm Downhill Dasco.
I'm Dumbass Lee.
And dumbass Liam, did you write this intro for me?
I wrote
bro?
the intro and I specifically said this is not going to work unless you do the voice. And
Proceeds to
I
not
love
do
that
the
you
voice.
proceed to not do the voice.
Oh, absolutely not. I was like, I'm going to put a weird flair on it, but not the one that you
No,
wanted.
but to be honest though, like
I hate Finding Nemo.
the way you said it sounded like you're someone who is commentating on extreme
Yeah.
sports who used to be an extreme sports star themselves.
Well, that was kind of what I was going.
Yeah.
He wanted me to be like, yeah, super
Crush.
what's it? Yeah,
Crush.
crush. There
Crush.
we go. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I could probably.
Give it a
I
spin.
just
Who does
Give
the
it a go.
voice of
Go on.
Crush?
I don't know.
Tony Hawk.
Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
John C. Reilly.
Warwick Davies.
But we are talking about the same Crush, the Crush from Surf's Up.
No, we're talking about the Crush from Finding Nemo. The turtle.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what did you think it was?
exit buddy?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Do you have your exit buddy?
Oh,
Is there an echo in it?
no.
I was trying to do it. I'm sorry. Oh, you said try it. I gave it a go. I got flamed.
No,
Oh,
you
wow,
picked well.
fuck
You picked
me.
well not doing it.
Yeah,
What are we
no,
doing?
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry for that.
What extreme sport do you just like totally not vibe with, bro?
Totally not vibe
Not
with.
vibe.
Like, you know, of all those extreme sports, which one would you just like totally not do?
It
sure.
was Andrew Stanton. I don't know.
What?
who-
Andrew
Oh,
Stanton?
Andrew-
I don't know
Oh
who that
my
is.
Show me
God,
a picture of him real quick.
I love that.
I might not be the
person.
guy I'm thinking of. Because the guy I'm thinking of is the Andrew Stanton who wrote Halo.
Probably not that guy.
That's Joseph Stanton. That is Andrew Stanton.
Oh my God.
Not the Halo guy. That's Joseph Stanton still.
Andrew
Again.
Stanton just sounds like a guy that presents on Sky News.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, because Andrew Bolt does. That's why I'm thinking. Okay.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to start just to rein in the
Sure,
control.
bud.
Great.
Yep.
So, I am going to choose the sport. It has a number of different names, depending on where you are. Most people would know it as caving or spelunking.
Oh, Dasco's not happy with that one.
Yes.
I do love a good table hit,
I'm
though.
choosing, yes, the sport of caving, spelunking,
Yep.
putting yourself in small
Muff
spaces.
diving.
The movie The Descent.
The movie The
127
Descent is
hours.
actually what I'm going to talk about today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Good movie.
specifically about,
I-
about
the second one
that.
fucked it.
I was going to pick like the specifically freshwater cave diving. So
I've got all of them, mate.
Yeah,
so,
I know,
You know.
I know.
Well, so since you've then put in your little input, what are you going to choose,
Oh,
Dasko?
wow. We're just drunk.
Wow, I don't like this.
He's into. We get him out of the way early,
are you doing?
and then he'll be quiet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Then we get the 5 minutes of quiet.
So
Yeah.
I came down to 3.
Shit, 3.
But the first one was cave diving. That was going to
Yep.
be my first pick because nothing freaks me out idea more, especially after the movie
Imagine being
Descent.
like stuck upside down underwater.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck
it's
that.
just the fact that
That's
they
the
also
worst.
the worst thing is that if you have, I'll leave it for when James says it because
Mm-hmm.
hang on.
What are you
The other
picking?
one was volcano sledding.
Diving.
Oh, fuck
Oh, that
that.
sounds like
Vakodo boarding?
fucking
Volcano
fun.
diving.
So people literally, it's an Aussie
Spadaing.
guy started doing it. It's literally going down the side of a volcano on a board or on your feet, and they get up to like 90 kilometers an hour.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that's fucked.
On the side of a volcano.
On the side of a
Oh,
volcano.
that's
Inside
rough.
or the
That's
outside?
Rough,
into
Chuck.
they hit
into
the nar, they slip
Depends
around,
how cool you are, bro.
but I'm picking big wave surfing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big
You
wave
wouldn't
surfing.
do that under any circumstances.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, there is a difference between surfing and big wave surfing.
I can surf.
name.
The waves.
I can surf.
Bigger waves,
But
apparently.
yes, when we get back. Okay, do I get to pick or do you get to pick the next one?
I'll pick the next one.
Okay, you pick the next one.
Liam.
Freshwater cave diving.
So I was genuinely
Can you just
thinking
do
like
like big cave diving?
bigger cave.
Cave diving between the hours of 9 a.m. and 9:30 a.m.
Yes, I was genuinely going to pick cave diving because nothing scares me more than drowning to death.
As opposed
and
to-
getting stuck.
The other kind of drowning.
But I'm going to go... You can survive drowning, Paul.
Could you drown to life?
No. No, you can't.
Drowning doesn't help you in any way.
You never know.
You never know.
There's a future medical practice called
character
life
building.
drowning.
It's character building. That's true.
A little bit
Yeah.
of drowning, just makes you stronger.
Helps you remember some information you might have forgotten when your life flashes before you. It's like, oh, that's where my keys are.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They're in the roof.
So, I'm going to take a bit of a pivot because you're all going for danger, which is probably the smartest pick. I'm going for extreme ironing,
Is that where they're
which is a
parachuting?
real sport.
And they do it off the side of mountains.
Yep, was where you take
Okay.
an ironing board and shirt and you're ironing and you do it on the edge of a cliff or you do it jumping out of an aeroplane.
Yeah.
And you fail if you don't successfully iron your clothes. So
Oh,
you have to do
interesting.
it again.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
Very good.
When you said you were going to pivot, I legitimately thought you were going to say pissing off your wife when she's already angry.
I clearly don't
To
do
be
that.
fair, if that is
My
an
ex-
extreme sport, you would have to.
My
like-
extreme sport is not defrosting the chicken.
that just means that it's every spouse existing.
And mum's home.
Mum's just pulled in. You've been playing Halo all day. Oh shit!
You've got 5 minutes to defrost a 24-hour defrost.
What can a microwave do?
Why is the chicken
Cooked.
ugly white?
Why does it look like it's boiled?
Why is the outside cooked but the inside
No,
very
the
much?
The sun today.
So I will give anyone any form of advice. If someone gives you a food stuff that is grey, like any form of meat, any form of vegetable or anything like that, and it comes to you and it has a grey hue or a grey colour to it, do not eat it.
What about like a nice grey poupon?
Is that your
No.
extreme sport, eating grey foods, Paul?
I've eaten bloody grey foods. I've eaten bloody pink foods.
No,
Vomited.
you haven't.
I'd have.
You're not that adventurous.
No, I have.
So when a food goes grey, it means that all of the
Yeah, but we didn't cook for too long.
proteins,
The soul
and-
has
and-
left the body.
Yeah,
soul.
essentially, the soul has left the food. It's no
You
longer
guys ever
soul
had
food.
husks? I'm going to pick, now that everyone looks at me, I'm going to pick a really cool little sport called bonsai skydiving.
That sounds terrible.
It's where you jump out of the plane without the parachute and you've got to get the parachute to then deploy said parachute.
Okay.
Bonsai skydiving.
So in this
It's-
scenario, someone else has the parachute?
Yeah, well, you throw the parachute out,
Oh, you got to catch
go
on.
and get the
catch it,
parachute,
yeah.
which to me sounds like a very elaborate suicide.
It's definitely suicide with a number of steps.
Yeah.
You'd have to do a like.
And like extreme ironing, if you don't get it,
Try again.
try again. Roll, up you go again. So yeah, bonsai skydiving.
Yes.
A lot of shit sports I really wouldn't try.
I think we can all agree that all of ours, if you do it wrong, you're fucking gone.
Yep. Yep.
Well, if yours, you just kind of get the starch wrong. It's just like
No, because there's no harness. There's no parachute. If you slip off that cliff, you're fucked.
So is it? So hang on. Explain to me extreme ironing. Like, is it? What do you mean? Like, do you
You
have
are
an ironing
ironing-
board attached to you as you jump out of a plane?
No.
What?
It's not attached to you.
So,
What?
if you were to go to the extreme household games, would you have making a sandwich, and then above
That would
that,
be too hard.
and
Could you imagine
then-
lettuce
Yeah,
just...
that's. Oh, could you imagine that knife losing control
You
and
open-
flashing
like,
your
open the
throat as you're
cheese,
falling?
extreme
Just
washing your
atomizers.
car. You have to wash your car while going 110
shit.
kilometers an hour.
No, the car comes out the plane.
And then at
Clean
the
it.
pinnacle of this, you have extreme ironing. So you've got all the tiers, and then it's
Yeah, absolutely.
So you'd have
So
to. Would you have
funny.
to buy into the bottom to get to the top?
You know, it'd be worse than that.
What is
Can
it,
I
a
just-
pyramid scheme of showing yourself out of fucking
It's just
pain?
because with Paul's.
Can
the
I throw
reason-
another option out for
Yeah.
your extreme household games? You tether somebody to a bed. You throw the bed out. Make the bed. Make the bed.
Yeah. No. So what I was going to say.
Hospital corners.
Hospital
So,
corners.
so I'm looking at yours,
Hospice.
and so yours is built upon say for instance, you have to be able to free dive and have your breath
Free
breath
diving
control
walk.
down.
Sure, yeah.
And then it works up to the pinnacle of essentially cave diving, which scares the shit out of me. Paul's is you have to first do skydiving, then you have to learn to
Sure.
Probably not a
skydive
requirement,
by
but yeah,
yourself.
No, you've
and then,
missed a step. You've got to go to school so you can learn to put on a backpack.
True.
And then you go to the skydiving and then you put the two together.
Yeah, but so every one of them
Bonsai.
everyone has a step.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to work. So you have to go through all the rest of the household extreme games.
So, extreme ironing is 100% just You need to iron your laundry in a location or event that is unfavorable.
With a time limit.
on a cliff. let's iron our clothes in the middle of the Amazon with hippos approaching. Like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like, who can get the most fucked up?
So-
Think of it like planking. Whoever gets the most fucked up place to iron wins, basically.
Wow.
So it's like they're trying to one up each other.
Yes.
So the person who ironed from the top of the Burj Khalifa is about to get erased by
Yeah.
the Emirates Tower, and then the one
Exactly,
beyond
there
that.
you
Yeah. What's that?
What was that?
He went.
I went the same way mentally. We're just going to keep that to ourselves.
Yeah,
though.
we're not going to say it out
I
loud.
bet you can't figure it out, listeners.
Never forget.
Okay.
Seriously, 1 week.
We had a good week where we
didn't.
didn't talk about
Wait.
it.
You just did that, and the reason why, like, you did that. Did you see the biggest cantilever building that they made recently, which is just literally?
I don't want to describe the hand signal I
Dasko's
was
holding
doing.
one hand.
He's making an L
I'm
with his
making a
arms.
judo chop and then doing a sideways chi.
One vertical,
But no,
one
there's
horizontal.
literally it's
No,
like
judo chop and sideways
It's a
T.
time out
sorry.
on a 90-degree angle.
yeah, time out a 90-degree angle.
There you go.
Good point. Because like ever since the Burj Khalifa, all these companies are trying to outdo themselves. Like
Sure.
who can have the best looking building, that kind of thing. The Emirates Tower is going to be coming out soon, and that's
Oh,
taller than
fuck
Burj
yeah, I
Khalifa.
can't wait for that.
Wait till Burj
And then
Khalifa.
they-
Fucking
then
love
they-
towers,
but
bro.
no, but the other one they're doing
Towers.
is the ring city, where it's literally like I
That's
think
a Dark Souls DLC.
Isn't
5
that Halo?
kilometer ring that's floating above the city, being held
Elysium.
up by skyscrapers around the Burj
Oh,
Khalifa.
cool.
So it's like the center point, and then they're
I'm cool
building
with that.
the new one,
Yeah.
which is they're talking about. It's going to be their first stages to trying to make a tether,
An
for a
orbital
space
tether.
station.
Great.
Because
Good. We need one of those.
building is when it's completed is going to be near 2 kilometers tall.
Holy crap.
So there's a ring tethered to Earth.
Yes.
Yeah. Elysium.
Rogue One.
Because you know how they're making the
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
Because you know how they're making
Shield
the
world.
They're making the wall.
In Mexico?
No, there's
Not just Mexico.
there's a
Well, it
I
has
think
many
it's
walls.
called the wall, but it's like in like
The
the
wall.
United
China?
Arab
I
Emirates
heard
and
they finished
Qatar and all
that
that
one.
kind of stuff. But they're building this city that's like 1,500 kilometers long, and it's just one mega city in a line, and it's all self-sufficient, solar powered, has all that kind of stuff, and
Where
they're planning on.
they're building this in Middle East somewhere?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the desert.
I did see
and
this.
the whole reason why they're building that is so they can move the population out of the city.
Yeah.
So they can build this ring that attaches to this building.
And it's like a shitload of chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And so because they want to, because everyone's like, we want to do this like tether. Like I just realized I've gone on a massive tangent, but I saw a video
Yes,
of
you
it
Oh,
today.
you. No.
I would
no,
like to
it
point
was-
out, when I went on a tether, you all accused me of being the imposter because we're talking about Star Wars. I'm just
Yeah.
pointing that out,
I
throwing it
know.
out there.
But no, just I saw
Lock
the
it
video
away.
and it's like
Yeah.
they said that they're going to build the ring to hold the tower, and then they're just going to keep extending it to the point that they can have
Cool.
a tether. Like,
Just snip.
oh no, the terrorists! They're coming! They've got the scissors. They have a pair of giant scissors.
The earth is falling.
Oh my god, they're running. They're running with them.
Those sons of bitches. Hamas, have you no shame?
Too far.
And flag.
They're terrorists. What do you want from me here?
Never name them.
Why? We give them power, right?
Yeah.
Stop name dropping terrorist organizations.
You say it 5 times, Mr. Hamas rocks up.
Mr. Hamas.
Peter Hamas
Sorry.
is in your bathroom.
Frederick Hamas.
You've summoned me.
I was about to say something so uncuffed. I've just forced myself to swallow it back.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool.
So, cave diving. Now, to the best of my knowledge, none of you guys have a movie made about your extreme sport.
What's your,
So,
so
are
what
you
do you got?
cave diving or spelunking? Because they're two different things.
Spelunking.
Oh,
not-
it's different terms for the same thing. Spelunking, cave diving. It's
Okay.
Spelunking?
It's putting yourself in a cave.
Okay.
So the descent, which you've all kind of mentioned various
just me.
different times, is no. Dasco mentioned it
I
as
mentioned
well.
as well.
I also
Yeah,
mentioned it.
You did not.
Yeah.
He's seen it.
Okay, you're
I've
just
I've seen
definitely
it.
seen
Yeah.
So that's based on a
We all know
real
what it's
life
about.
event.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Is
Please.
it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
Sorry,
proceed.
what?
The descent
It's based on a real life event.
is based on a real life event.
It's, you know.
Well,
The troglodytes are real.
no. So the whole reason for that
What?
part,
What?
No, you're thinking of The Departed.
no,
What?
All right, you've
You're
seen
confusing me.
Departed. Carry on.
Descent, the movie about the people spelunking in the cave and they meet a bunch of underground people that eat them.
No, you're thinking of a different movie.
No, I'm not.
That's the Descent.
Well, mine's about a guy that gets trapped upside down in the cave.
127
for 20
hours?
That's 127.
No,
No,
that's
it's
the guy
it's
climbing a
different.
cliff and he has to cut his arm off.
I'll find it. Just give me a moment. But
With James Franco.
it is
What are
a
you talking
movie about a guy that happened in real life. The cave is called, I think it's the Nutty Putty Cave in
You never want to get
in
stuck
Utah
in a
or
nutty
something
putty
like that.
cave.
Basically, what
imagine
happened?
dying.
Because
in a
I
nutty
think
putty
the Descents one is about they're all girls and they go down in there.
Yeah.
And it ends up
And they're
being with one
troglodytes.
women. Yeah.
Okay, that's
One
no.
women,
You're thinking
one
of a
woman.
different. No.
Yeah, that's what I was
Absolutely
thinking
not.
of. I didn't realize how that
No,
was.
different. There is a movie which let me try and.
That's
find.
Now I'm
also
just curious what his movie's in.
Yeah,
Good
so
start to the argument, though, getting the movie wrong.
Yeah.
I've
I
got the
didn't
movie
get it
made
wrong.
about my thing that yours don't. Says wrong movie.
he's got more than one now. He's actually put two
He's
bullets
got
in the
that. There we go.
chambers.
You're welcome. We're helping him.
The Last Descent is specifically what it's called.
Okay, so you did get it wrong.
Oh, not really. You left
No,
out a
you
word.
started doing it. I just assumed you were right. So basically,
right.
a guy is going
Very
caving.
wrong, Mackenzie.
It's
He-
about spelunking.
And troglodytes.
Different movie.
I know.
A guy is going caving. He is going caving in this place called the Nutty Putty Cave.
Spunking.
He is going through this section, which is specifically called the birth canal, which is very, very narrow. He's climbing down, so he is upside down.
So he's gone through the nutty putty to the birth canal.
Yes,
Well, I thought
shut
the
the fuck
nutty-
up.
Is this movie real?
It is. He's going through this system and he gets stuck. He gets stuck in the birth canal,
We've all been
For how
there.
many hours?
23, and then he dies.
Speed run.
Speed run. I got stuck in the birth canal.
And then he dies getting.
My head was huge.
Okay, Paul, go ahead.
No, my hair had a big head.
I didn't get stuck. I was tiny.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
pre?
I was
Premi?
I was a big old preemie.
Wow.
I don't
It
remember my
explains
birth.
a lot.
I was like
You
11
shouldn't.
pounds.
I was not. I was like 3.
Oh, shit.
Yes, tiny.
Sorry, keep telling me about your spunk cave.
A guy gets stuck for 23 hours and he dies.
What are-
when did the troglodytes come
What
into it?
orientation? Does he get stuck like going down? Does he get
Down,
stuck
going
Oh,
down.
I don't
Like,
that.
yeah, like-
Nah.
See, I don't. The main
Straight
reason
down.
why I don't like the concept of K diving is
Okay.
The getting
the
stuck
pressure
part.
check. No, not just the getting stuck part. When you get, everyone probably would have felt it once, where they trying to get through something, and you get that pressure across
Yeah.
your chest,
Yeah.
and you try to breathe, and you've got no kind of room for your chest to expand. You start panicking.
Yep.
That part.
Yeah,
I just
that initial like, oh no.
So, yeah,
Yes.
basically, yeah. This
So he
guy
dies.
He dies.
What
sucks.
is the movie just about him dying?
Correct.
Is it like the movie Buried? I'm just trying to figure out this
I
movie's
want to
about.
watch that.
It's
Fuck.
basically it's
don't die in
telling
Buried.
telling of the story of how this guy
Die
died.
buried.
Yeah, is it?
Do they?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something else. then.
Tell us about Buried.
Ryan Reynolds is stuck in a coffin.
Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got his phone with him the
I
whole
swear
entire
he
time.
gets out.
No, he doesn't.
Oh shit.
He thinks he gets out,
That's right.
and he hears trucks up above him, and then they're like, "Oh, we just dug it up. It's not you," and then it collapses.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Rough.
The old.
It was
pretty
like,
brutal.
yeah,
It is.
Is that an
I have
like
to go watch that
an
movie
early
again.
days Ryan Reynolds?
It's like like 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
It's
Good,
like a
good
it's
movie.
It's a rough movie.
It's Is it a serial killer that does it to him?
Nah, it's terrorist.
Terrorist. Oh, I'm thinking of the episode of Bones where that
Joel
happens.
Hamas.
Yes.
It's a good movie. It's very stressful. It's
Yeah.
a very low budget film too,
Okay.
because they just need a coffin
Dude in
and
a
Ryan
coffin.
Reynolds.
No, Ryan Reynolds and a phone.
Or just like just most of a coffin, pull one of the sides out so you can shoot him.
Yeah, there you go.
Bang, bing, bing, boom.
So yeah, there are lots of different events that have occurred over the times with people that go caving, like the kids in Thailand.
Well,
for
there's
example.
also kids in Thailand. Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't.
They're going caving. They're in a cave. They're going caving.
Yeah, but it wasn't like underwater caving. Is your thing underwater caving or
No,
just
just
spelunking
caving in general.
I understand.
Caving in general.
Sorry.
It can apply to underwater caving. It doesn't
Sure.
necessarily.
Well, I remember reading about. I think there's a series of underwater caves in South Australia. There's a series here that are very, very popular, but even the farmers was like a lot of warnings had to come out and play because people were just they would just die because they would go into this
Yeah,
like
of course.
really elaborate.
Yeah.
But all it is just like a little hole in the ground that then opens up into this massive submerged cave.
Hollow
network.
Earth theory, baby.
What?
Hollow Earth theory.
What's that?
Is it just a theory that the Earth is hollow?
No, it's like the whole thing that like where the
Hollow
whales
11?
disappear from and all that kind of stuff. They go into the tunnels that are under the ocean. They go in for ages and then just disappear off the radar and come up another place.
I have heard that.
Yeah, it's like this. It's essentially like, you know, they tagged the shark and it went.
Was that in a Matthew Riley novel?
But there's a
No.
conspiracy theory that like a lot of people go to, and it's the hollow earth theory that a lot of the shit in the bottom of the ocean, just because we haven't explored the whole entire
That is
ocean.
true.
We've explored more of space than we have of the inner workings of Earth.
Correct.
Is it a
And-
conspiracy theory if we just don't know though? Like
Well,
it's not like
aren't
it's
all
not like
conspiracy
big,
theories because we don't know.
It's,
Oh, because it's a conspiracy.
no,
And we don't know. So
Yeah.
it's not. It's not
theory.
like
How the
big,
Earth's flat.
It's not like big
Conspiracy
governments
theory.
hiding where the whales go.
Yeah, well,
We don't
Do
know.
you know?
do we?
I don't think big government would do that.
oh, I don't know.
They
Big government.
want us to know where the whales
They
are at all
put
times.
shit in the water to make the frogs gay.
That is very true.
And those frogs went into
I
the center of
hate-
the earth, and they're like, "Hey,
That's the only thing I hate about him is he said that and it
That's
became the
the-
biggest
you
meme.
hate?
And then all of a sudden they're like, a little news story slides across and it's literally like chemicals in the water have messed with the biology of frogs, making them switch genders rapidly. And I'm like, they're turning the frogs gay. They're
Yeah,
doing it.
he said the right thing, just in the wrong way.
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
Oh, it's a good guy.
well, there you go,
Yeah.
spelunking."
I want to get to Paul's one
Sure.
because
What was Paul's again?
Bonsai skydiving,
I think it's just falling out of a plane.
Yeah.
suicide diving. No, you go on parachute.
Go.
Is it me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't. It's cool. I would never do it. I saw one video once of Travis Pastrana doing it, and my God, it was lucky he got there.
Jeez.
I love Travis Pastrana.
He's awesome, man. He's
I
like,
love pastrami.
Yeah.
and Travis is
Like
Sure.
wasn't he the one who jumped the first person to jump plane to plane without a parachute?
no.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Like they have two planes at two different altitudes and he literally jumps out of one plane.
No,
Do you
not
want to know
how.
something crazy?
Why?
Just on this topic of plane jumping, have you guys seen GoldenEye?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the bit
Yes.
where the very opening scene where the plane drives off the cliff and the guy on the motorbike rips after it. Bond goes after the bike to get into the plane.
Yeah.
They actually did that.
Fuck yeah.
That was a legitimate stunt. The guy jumped off the end of the cliff with the plane and went into it. He had to go into it. He had a few goes at it to try and
Nice.
How
get
did
in.
they train Pierce to do that?
Oh, he's
pretty good.
90s Pierce.
That's why some people say he's the best. The best.
He's
Bond.
definitely the best Bond.
he is the best Bond. That I agree with.
Oh,
He
I was
is.
not expecting people to agree with that.
I think the best
He
Bond
is.
is the
You
best.
reckon?
The best
I do.
Bond is the underwear.
Anyway,
No, the quality's gone down.
but yeah, so he jumped into the plane. But the problem is, they then cut to like really crappy blue screen of
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan getting into the
Right.
plane. So they should have just stuck with it.
yeah.
I just got an-
Amazing shot. I didn't
just
know it was
got an
real.
idea for another question for the future.
But anyway, in terms of things you wouldn't want to do, jumping out of a plane without a parachute, pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Considering if you're doing it, you don't have like the training. I imagine the scenario is
I'm sure they don't just
do
let
this or I'm
anyone
going to
do it.
kill someone.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a scenario.
Well, but it's like
Well, no, like it's
under
just-
any circumstances.
Under any well, not in any circumstances. Which one would you never do?
yeah,
That's basically the question.
yeah. But you're not saying gun to someone's head. You're not doing it, right? Like gun to one of your loved ones' heads. Go in that cave.
So
No, I'm
you're
sorry.
saying gun to your head, gun to your loved one's head. You're not
Jumping out of a plane without a parachute. No.
The parachute is there though. The
But
opportunity
I'm
to
not
survive.
catching that parachute.
But the opportunity is there,
That's okay.
and you're only gone for like what 3 minutes.
I hope.
Wait, is there someone recording it?
What do you mean?
Like recording you going down? Like 'cause
What,
it's an
proof of
extreme
life
sport.
or death?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some bloke at the bottom with the camera going, oh. Shit, he missed it.
I feel like my issue with yours, like yours, is they're all fucked.
They're all terrible.
Of course.
But I think the issue with yours that I'm having on the never doing is yours is so predestined on when it finishes. What I'm saying is like if you jump out of the plane and grab the parachute, that's it, done.
I see where he's
Well,
coming from.
It's completely over. You're
That's
done.
true. It could
So
be
I
a
don't
couple of
think-
You
seconds.
don't have to keep going in
No.
the cave. You don't have to keep
So
finish ironing. I don't
is-
remember what yours is.
So if yours, like say for instance,
Yeah.
you fail at yours, you hit the ground, it's just instant death.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do James's
Suffer.
23 hours.
hours.
What is stopping you from just like, and pull the tube out?
That's true.
You're dead in 45 seconds. And it's a nice death as well, apparently. Drowning is not
Euphoric.
He
terrible.
wasn't underwater.
Euphoric.
Huh?
He was not underwater.
So this is where I'm
What
confused.
did he- hang on.
Are you doing cave diving or are you doing cave?
caving.
Okay.
Caving.
So all caves.
Okay.
All
Well, hang
caves.
on. So he got
Like,
stuck in a cave and
He-
died.
Correct, because he could not get out.
What a pussy. How'd he get stuck?
You know he was a real guy.
He went in and didn't get out.
But like, how did he get stuck? What got stuck?
No, like he
It
got
was just
lost.
like he got stuck in there. It became too narrow, and he could just not move. He could physically.
he
not
probably would have
move.
been because you said he was going forwards.
He was going down. He was upside
shit.
down.
He iguanaed himself.
I imagine he passed out at some point because all the blood just went. Yeah,
my
like
skin
it's
just started
fucked. I
fucking
think.
well,
crawling.
that's bad.
I don't know if he was like completely like vertical, like heading down. But
Oh,
something
that would be
along
my,
those
that's
lines.
my nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
stuck
I
in the
wouldn't
dark.
consider myself a claustrophobe or anything like that, but it's it's not a pleasant kind of thought. I could probably fall out of a plane. That's
100%. Everybody can fall out of a plane.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be fine going into a cave where it's all narrow and shit.
I wouldn't be okay with it. I would not
I
under any
wouldn't
circumstances
at
be
all.
okay with it. But I feel like the difference is in like some stupid warped viewpoint. I'd be like, there's the goal right there. I need to get that.
Yeah, and just see
Yeah.
that the goal is like,
If I get that, happy days. If I
Yeah.
don't, I'm dead.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah,
It's
and-
not.
But then what happens when you miss it? And you're like, well,
yeah, it's not the best.
no. It's not the best.
Not the most ideal
surely
circumstance.
in those situations though, there would be redundancies of redundancies.
No.
So
Have you
you're
not seen?
Well,
so you're saying that if that parachute gets caught by a gust of wind,
Yeah.
while you're falling, it's gone, and you have no other option beside hitting the ground.
That's why it's an extreme sport. Yes.
Yes.
It's not an extreme sport if there's like, all right.
Yeah, but
Tether.
but
Righto.
parachuting and skydiving are already extreme sports in
Yes.
their own.
And they've taken it to another level.
They've removed the
They've
safety.
removed the parachute
I
and the safety.
feel like if you're going to do that, you would have someone else jumping just behind.
Have you not seen the video?
Nobody's seen this sport.
it
awesome.
was killing me the whole entire time. I was thinking of Tank from
Matrix?
from
Dozer?
Surf's Up when you said at the beginning,
okay,
and he goes, "This is Shalissa. This is Monica. You know why I call her Monica?" And it's
was
a
like
penguin.
half an hour
I
ago.
know it was killing me.
That was literally
wrong with
27
you?
minutes ago.
I know.
He's
but-
alt tabbed back to the start now.
Jesus Christ! All right,
The
what was
mental
your,
alt tab is fantastic.
That's so
What
good.
was your?
Talk about volcano snowboarding.
No, mine was.
that's what it was.
No, mine was big wave surfing.
Oh, that's
was
right.
mine.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
So
Big wave bad.
Oh,
specifically.
you were a volcano.
No.
No,
he
he
was
was
tiny.
tiny. I was
He-
said because
did
he
talk
picked
about
my first pick. My first pick originally was going to be cave diving.
No, caving. Very
Cave-
different
It's
things.
all the same
You can
thing.
still pick cave diving if you
it's
want.
okay. It's okay.
One has water.
One has water and one
Both-
is a
one has
bloke in
water
it.
and
and a
One
hole.
has
Big
water
wave
and
surfing.
one can also have water, but doesn't necessarily have to have water. Caving
He
is
picked Star Wars.
putting yourself in a cave.
Being a Star Wars fan, the most extreme sport possible. Yes.
Being Gina Carano in
So
Hollywood.
big wave surfing. The reason why I picked it is because every so often I get this Red Bull video of this guy trying to catch it's this one location on Earth where the biggest waves happen.
Pipeline?
And it's not pipe. It's like a place in Spain, and like if they have this perfect cyclone from Australia, it pushes these winds through this channel, which then causes waves there. And you only get one chance to go out. They drop him out via helicopter. And then I'm pretty sure the one that he caught was like 86 foot tall.
What is that in
I think it's like 20
the Queen's
meters.
numbers?
It's like, no way.
Queen's numbers.
Fuck, what's a foot?
I don't know.
You're the one that
Sorry.
fucking
Hang on a
work-
second. How big was it?
Do you-
86.
Do you not
86.
work in feet and inches for your job?
What's
No, we
86
just
feet in
we're
meters?
just pure
just
centimeters
metric?
and millimeters.
It's just
It might be
freehand.
just my grandfather. who
the
keeps
only thing
talking
the
to
only
me
thing that we
Three
refer to
NASCAR
in
thumbs.
3 inches and 4 inches is the specification of
Zip.
timber. So like I want a piece of 3 inch, which is 7 centimeters or 70 mil, 4 inch, which is 90, and it's
Every-
easy to say.
Every time you get one of these and you get the 4, you keep asking people if this is big, right? Is that what you do?
Is this enough?
Is this
This is enough, right? Shit, I've run out of wood.
Anything above
I'm thumbing it in at
a
this point.
4 inch,
Cock.
we have to specify by individual measurements. Beyond
26
Okay.
meters, by the way, is 80, 86
I thought
feet.
it was around 20, but
Well, you're right. It is.
yeah, and
Beautiful.
but yeah,
wave,
imagine
man.
a nearly you said 26, a nearly 30 meter wave.
If you want to round up.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a big
yeah.
roundup.
Yeah,
It's probably
but-
closer to
no, it's big.
25, but yeah.
But so yeah, 25.
Fuck off.
Imagine that tall of a wave
Yeah, fuck that.
coming at you, and the only way you get in there is via a helicopter dropping you, and they see these waves coming for hours and hours before it actually
Yeah.
happens, and the guy's like in a different country when this cyclone's kicking up, and he goes, "Okay, I need the helicopter to get me there by this time."
Do they
And then
use a jet ski to get them on the wave, or okay?
So the guy there's
So
the
someone
jet.
else doing all the work for you.
No,
you can't paddle
No,
onto
it's
that.
not. It's not
You die.
the worst thing is it's not the speed that you're like keeping up in this wave. It's keeping up on the board because you've only got these 3 fins beneath you, which are your stabilizing fins on the bottom of a surfboard.
And it's also not like I think I've seen the wave you're talking about. It's not like a perfect classic. Like it's
No,
about
it's
like there's a lot of shit going on inside.
So you're constantly jumping
That's
over
terrible.
stuff. And then the worst thing is the wave stops less than 100 meters from the shore.
Fuck that.
Didn't
so-
Pierce Brosnan surf a bigger wave and die another day?
Probably. No, it
Welcome
wasn't
back to
Die
Pierce
Another-
Brosnan.
It
That was
was,
real.
it was. It was Die
They
Another
did
Day.
that, though, for
Yeah,
real.
it was the shittiest fucking
Oh, yeah, that was
CGI
awful.
When
down
Icarus
thing.
blew the mountain apart.
But yeah,
God.
like so
So you're saying that there's a bunch of stuff in this wave as well. Is that where all the whales are going?
probably.
Are all the whales just in
Oh,
this
well,
wave?
that's why
Nah,
the,
Hollow Earth.
that's why the ocean's salty.
There's no magma.
Is because it's all the whale cum. Haven't you heard that?
No.
And the what's the ambergris? What's the
Oh,
whale's
the
vomit?
stuff that they use for the perfume, yeah.
Yeah, ambergris, the vomit. But no, like just the video that I see all the time, and it's just the giant wall of water, and there's just this tiny blip of a man going down it, and all it takes is for you to just pitch one way
Yeah.
by a millimeter, and you're off your board, and then they don't find your body. Like you're
It's in the center of the earth.
crushed beyond belief into
Yeah.
the rocks. You're gone for life.
And also, like, it's a bit of a journey as well to
Yeah.
go, like,
Oh, yeah.
up the wave.
Yeah.
And then down the wave again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when the wave crashes, he's literally got to pitch all of his momentum to get ahead of the wave crashing, so he shoots up over the other side, and then
Sweet
the jet
Moses.
ski has like less than 15 seconds to get him before the backdraft from the wave comes back out. So then it sucks him all the way down to ground level, and then the next wave will come and then push him up into the rock wall.
Nah. No, that does sound pretty hectic.
Yeah.
Water.
Water bad.
Water.
Water bad, isn't it?
Water do be bad, mate.
Water and
gravity.
gravity.
Bros, water
Water
bad.
and gravity.
Yeah.
Bad times.
Hydrogen infused water is good though.
That's all water.
Yeah, but with extra hydrogens.
Oh, sorry. H3O?
No. No more like
No more water.
not
Wouldn't it be
changing the water, just
3HO?
adding more hydrogens.
H3O.
It would be 3HO, wouldn't it? Because isn't it hydrogen and 2 parts oxygen? So
No,
2O is
you're
2
like,
oxygen.
You've done my dad as well. It's the
No, don't work that
it's
way.
2 hydrogens.
Number after, not
number
before.
after, not before. So it's
I'm right.
H2O.
Two hydrogens.
I've had this
I
conversation.
always thought it was 1 hydrogen and 2
no,
two parts
it's
hydrogen.
2 parts
Oh,
hydrogen.
son of a bitch.
Wow.
So it's like when you get water
Never did
and then you
chemistry.
try to get the hydrogen out of it, you always get more hydrogen than you do oxygen.
I do notice
Yeah.
that.
You do get more
Oh
hydrogens.
no, it's just that's why hydrogen fuel is such a
Because we get such a byproduct.
because there's 2 to 1.
2 to 1, isn't
Yeah.
it?
2 to 1.
There's too
mate.
many of them.
So if you want H3O.
If you
Well,
ask
it's
me,
Yeah,
also
that's what you
So
want.
what happens if you have H2O but you just add water?
so that would be more
It's
H2O.
just more
be
H2O.
You just turn to
well,
a
it's
mermaid or
just like
something?
when you have
H4O2.
the easiest way to
Oh,
explain
nah,
it.
bro.
The easiest way to explain
Make it an
because
H2O,
no.
just add water
keep
joke.
saying to my father is because he gets the problem with the water with the 2 being there. Carbon dioxide, it's CO2.
No, the oxide's dead.
So it's carbon dioxide. So
Yeah.
it's like so there's 2 oxygen to 1 carbon.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's-
explained in the name. Yeah.
So that the 2 comes after the O for that.
Yeah.
How often are you
CO2?
having
Yeah.
conversations with your father about the chemical composition of water and
I talk to my father every day.
Yeah, but how
sweet.
often are you having
You
this
work
very
together there.
specific
Don't tell me.
conversation?
Probably about like he'll do the whole H2O thing like every now and then, and it's just like
You
when I'm
should check on
explaining.
him.
Does he ever drink water and it's like too cold? He's like, oh, this must be H5O or some shit.
So much bloody H in this one.
Someone puts too much H in my water today. Tomo, you've been hitting the H too much in my water.
With me
Why do they
water,
call them
mate?
Triple H and just not H3?
No, he goes,
H
do
cubed.
you know what condensation is in a frozen water bottle? It's the extra hydrogens escaping the bottle.
So yes, there are various scams in which people say that you've got hydrogen infused water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should Google it. People are fucked.
Every water
I love people.
Shut up.
is hydrogen.
Okay, so
Water.
extreme ironing.
Okay.
yeah.
So you're
What would the worst place to be extreme ironing be?
Space.
spelunking.
No helmet.
There we go. Yep.
See, no, space wouldn't be
No.
too bad. You'd have to have a fucking pretty hefty heating element to actually
So
iron
I've seen
in space.
several examples of
rocket
it.
engine.
The
Yeah.
skydiving one was a big one because it looked like it was just too fucked to even try and do the
Yeah.
ironing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one was next to an active volcano that is spewing out lava. Doesn't look fun. One on a landslide. Yeah, just all the fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
like, I've got, like, an-
landslide would be fucked.
I've got like an image of like someone doing it like underneath the Eiffel Tower, like in the leg bits being hung upside down underneath the
fuck
Eiffel
that.
Tower.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
it's because like
tourists just
I
doing
think
some
that
weird art.
the extreme. If you have to make it extreme, you can't be just standing up. You'd have to be upside down at a peculiar angle.
What if you're on a surfboard?
Yeah.
Well, you're already ironing on a surfboard.
Yeah.
Realistically,
Anyway.
you could do extreme ironing and all of our other options.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got to
I
finish
think-
ironing and then you get the parachute
get
and
the
then you
backpack.
deploy.
Yeah, exactly.
Then-
Oh,
then-
you're
Iron the
fucked.
parachute.
You're
Then,
fucked.
then a guy comes and gives you the parachute. You
I
gotta
think
look this.
the biggest difference between all of yours and mine is 100% the issue for all of yours is death.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the biggest issue with mine is
A ruined shirt.
you are all, if you die, gonna die in pretty epic, awesome ways. You know, if you die from yours, it's no one's gonna be like,
Pointing to
what a
me.
fucking coward. No one's
Yeah.
gonna be like, why did you do that? It's gonna be like, that's if I was
He,
gonna
he-
go.
yeah, he went out with a flare. With
But
a-
like the
exactly.
caving
With
one's
a
a
bit
Same with
silly.
yours. Yours less
It's
so.
a bit
but
silly.
Still,
I would say mine's you kind of went out because you put yourself in a very dumb situation.
Yes,
You shouldn't
exactly.
have done this, you know.
And I think for me, it's just really. You decided to die by doing extreme sport, but also trying to finish your fucking chores.
He got hit in the face with
That's
lava.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, he melted to death
So-
because he tried to iron next to an active volcano.
worst part
what a
is-
fucking idiot!
Like, imagine the marking criteria. You would have to the percentage at which you've ironed your
Yeah.
shirt.
And then someone would be like, "Oh, look, he's dead, but there's a crease there." Not even valid. Strike him from the
Yeah,
record.
he
It's
just gets
still wrinkled between
smacked
all the
by a
buttons.
rock.
It's just like you die from the noxious fumes from the volcano. You just leave the
From the
iron
sulfur.
there, and there's just the iron
Yeah,
cut
sorry,
out.
shirt burnt.
I
Nah.
suppose you do have the added then difficulty of ironing different things. Like, oh, he's got to iron the jeans now.
Yep.
Oh, he's just done
He's
the
left
polo.
3 socks in the basket.
Oh, now he's got to iron the double sheets.
Oh, you couldn't pair this last sock. Where's it gone?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of more extreme players. I'm thinking like Gaza.
Oh shit! No,
In an active minefield.
the running of the bulls.
Oh fuck!
But you have to do it. You have to do it facing away
rodeo.
from
You
where
can't
the
move.
rodeo.
Fuck.
On the
yeah,
back
a
of a
rodeo.
bull,
And
yeah.
like that video I sent the other night. Did I send it to everyone?
Some poor cunt running with an ironing board. Just like, fuck this, dude.
He's
Take me
ironing the
back
red
to the
cape.
volcano.
No, then you've got to think of the guy that's carrying the battery to power the fucking iron.
Surely Ryobi makes an iron.
The Ryobi iron. Fuck.
You can buy a Makita microwave.
Oh, wow.
Why
Oh,
not?
really?
It actually works
Is it shit?
surprisingly well.
How many watts we talking here?
You only need a 5 amp hour battery to run it for 20 minutes.
That's
wow.
not bad.
Oh, wow.
Unless your mum comes home and you're like, shit. the
But-
Yeah,
chicken.
but what else can you power with that 5 amp watt battery?
Coffee machine,
my dick.
all your tools.
Does Makita make anything for like serious tradies or just fuckwits that want to
Well,
go
it
glamping?
depends on what house you join, because you've got the Ryobi, the
What
Makita,
This is a
the-
Ryobi house here.
Ryobi house.
We're a
Okay,
Ryobi
okay.
house here.
So
Huh?
you guys, you're the Hufflepuff.
Paul has never
You're
contributed
the
anything
Hufflepuff
to the
of the
house.
universe.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he's right.
somewhat intelligent.
All right, caving.
But no, all of them do it. The one who is the weirdest thing for making kooky shit is Black & Decker.
I don't
They
know
make-
why, but when you said Black and Decker, I immediately thought of Ant and
Ant and Deck.
Ant and Deck.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Which one's which?
But no, like the funniest thing is that all the companies try to outdo each other on like what product they could get people to buy. And Makita shot themselves in the foot because on April Fool's they announced like a joke product, and they
Yeah.
did a mock-up, essentially like a prototype of a sandwich press that would run on a
That would
on a
kill on a job site.
Yeah, I don't know
know.
why they wouldn't have already made that. That's
and
a
so
great
what
idea.
happened was they put it up, and then everyone's just like, "Oh, can we have this? Like, can we
actually
have
have
it?"
this?
And then people are like, "I'm willing to trade him all of my tools to come to McKinney
Yeah.
just to have this
Isn't
one
that
thing."
how the Xbox mini fridge came
Correct.
around as well?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like the next
Next
next big thing would be like a pie warmer or something.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the KFC console with the
Oh,
chicken warmer inside it.
Yeah, we all want that.
Well, there is.
Attach an LCD to an air fryer, you'll be right.
No.
What?
That's essentially what it is an air fryer.
An Xbox?
No, the chicken
KFC
warmer.
one, you idiot.
Shots fired.
Such a
Shots
fucking
fired.
idiot.
Shots fired.
My Gen 1 was like an air fryer because goddamn did I get hot.
You know, you can go online now and actually see what caused the red ring of death on
Yeah, it's just
360.
shitty
Yeah, it was
shot
the
soldering.
soldering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I didn't
Yeah, it
know
just
that.
melts and then it kind of just flops away.
Yeah.
I just love the part where PS3's gotten to a point where if you had them for like 2 or 3 years, they turn into a fucking fighter jet.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was so hard to get to the.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
one of our
was-
friends had one of those. You could
Am
hear
I
it.
am I remembering this wrong or right? Where Xbox had the 360 had the red ring of death, but PlayStation 3 was the cockroach magnet. That was their problem.
What the
Yes.
fuck does that mean?
No, like it was just the PlayStation 3. Their biggest problem was that the way the fan would spin up and a lot of the other electronics would actually attract cockroaches to make nests inside of them,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Interesting. Okay.
and that was their
I
biggest.
did not have that issue.
Well, because the PS3 had such massive like intake and exit vents,
Right.
whereas the 360 was pretty self-sealed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
fair
yeah,
enough.
there was a lot of
That's
cockroach.
why, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah, like the people that do the cleanups,
Yeah.
like essentially computers and stuff. They go, oh, great, it's a PlayStation 3. I wonder how many roaches I'm going to bring out of this. And he
jeez.
opens it
Oh,
up and
gross.
it's like
Yeah, fuck that.
fucking full to the brim.
Tomb.
I remember the
mine.
one of the issues I had with my PS4 was there's a piece of rubber or plastic right next to the disc tray where if it heated up too much, it expanded and then would constantly push on the eject
Oh, yeah,
disc
no,
button.
I think I've had
So
that issue.
annoying.
and it's like, why would you put that there?
Why haven't you tested this?
Yeah. And then it's just like, yeah, you look up any tutorial, it's like, just pull the piece of plastic
Yeah,
out of the
just-
fucking
Just get rid of
PlayStation.
it.
The Xbox One had this super annoying issue where there just wasn't any good games to play on it.
You had
On
that.
360.
No, Xbox One.
Xbox One.
It had bugger all for like
No, you
4
had
months.
Rise. Was it called Rise?
I
The,
remember Rise, yeah.
No, that
Yeah.
was that.
This
wait,
is
so-
going to kill God
wait,
of War.
Wait, are we talking
Who said
about
that?
Xbox
Rise.
original
Oh,
or
fellas.
Xbox?
Xbox One.
Okay.
The one that's specifically called Xbox One.
Not
Not
Xbox.
Xbox One XS Project Scarlet 7.
Correct.
What one are we actually up
Well,
to?
no.
Memes aside.
Series X?
Series X. No,
Xbox
X,
One
yeah.
Series XS.
Isn't
No,
it
there's
Xbox
X.
Series X?
So there's Series X.
I don't know anymore.
So no, there's X and
PlayStation
S.
5.
No, well,
I feel
no,
like we
PlayStation.
Xbox
sorry,
One,
sorry,
Xbox 360.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
here we go.
PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 5 Slim. When you've got an Xbox Series X or an Xbox Series S,
Are we
which
gonna-
is S is without a disc tray. X is with one. X is for gamers. S is for casuals.
Do you want to know what PlayStation has for that same issue?
What's that?
PlayStation 5 with disc tray.
Do you think the extreme sport at Xbox is naming the next fucking console?
PlayStation
No.
XS. All right, let me Google what
Well,
that
it
is.
doesn't matter. The console wars is coming to an end because Xbox is throwing in the towel, anyways.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the thing is, though,
I'm
is they're
happy
going
with
to.
them.
Bitches.
Well, no,
They've got the smartest campaign for games. As a PlayStation owner, I will say Xbox is knocking it out of the fucking park.
Well, I
and they're putting
saw
Sony to shame.
the-
Well,
I
they've
saw
realised
the-
that consoles are irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah,
know where
well,
this is going.
exactly.
I get because I'm part of the beta program for Xbox, and they're sending me
You are
out
such a beta.
They're sending me out a new Chromecast.
What?
Oh.
So
There's a new Chromecast?
so what it is, you're gonna have one that tethers to your modem, and then it wirelessly sends it to
Oh,
a
yeah.
receiver on
Yeah.
your television.
Okay.
And it has a 1 terabyte storage hard drive in that. With Game Pass installed on that,
nice.
and you can just
So-
download the games to that, and then all you do is you
interesting.
just hook your controller up to the TV, and
Yeah.
then that's all you need.
Yeah, you don't need a console at all.
interesting.
And
Okay.
that's why that's why Game Pass is getting such a big push because
Yeah.
just have the games.
Yeah.
Have the games and we'll figure out what you're going to play.
Well,
on.
I saw what they're doing with the new Call of Duty. They're like, yep, we're fucking getting rid of all this shit. We're going back to
Good on 'em.
the sequel to Black Ops 2, I think
Can
it
I
is.
can I be really honest with you at the moment? And it's in my wish list right now. I played the new COD recently. Oh my god, it's so much fun. It's just COD. Do you like COD? Here it is again.
But which
Again.
COD? Which one?
Whatever the new one is.
Call
No,
of
no, no,
Duty
no.
Modern
Which one
Warfare
do you-
Remastered
Duty
3.
Modern Warfare
when you
3
say
part
it's
3.
just COD, which is just COD.
DLC 7.
My CODs are like all the Sledgehammer ones. So like Infinity Ward, sorry. So like
Treyarch
the
was
Modern
one.
Warfare.
Treyarch?
Nah, Treyarch. The Black Ops ones, they were fine.
Oh, there's too many people.
Sledgehammer were the
involved
shitty
with those.
ones.
Okay. Infinity
Sledgehammer,
War.
I didn't like Sledgehammer ones.
No, Sledgehammers were garbage.
Which ones was Sledgehammer?
The shit ones. World of War.
Oh, wasn't that a good one?
Yeah, I liked World at War.
No, wait, was that Treyarch?
That was Treyarch.
Oh.
So Advanced Warfare.
Ah, there we go.
The,
Yep, okay.
but
Kevin
because you
Spacey.
had one year
villain.
from Infinity Ward, then the next year was a Treyarch,
Yeah.
and then it would go back and forth.
Yeah.
And then Sledgehammer would be like, hey,
But
check this
We
out.
can do it too.
that was the pinnacle of Call of Duty because there was a solid year of development
Yeah.
for each company to make a game so that they
It'd
weren't.
be like 2 or 3 years though.
Yeah.
Because like we've got our game coming out in, let's say 2019, and it's 2016. You're like, we know Infinity War's taken this next one. We've got time.
yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like that's when I fell out of COD though. When they were doing it
There's
every
too many,
year.
yeah.
Because it was just like, do I want to dedicate time for this when I know a new one's dropping in like 6 months?
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
killed
that's
it.
true.
I think it's just, I haven't played it for long. I just played the new one. I was like,
Yeah.
it just feels like good old fashioned COD.
Yeah.
You were
Which is
screaming
nice.
at kids, weren't you?
Oh man, yeah.
Racial slur.
Racial slur.
No, never did that. I think we're all in a bit of a gaming
we're
mood
a
lately.
gaming mood.
Yeah, unfortunately, we talked about gaming too much. So
Not really.
Video game.
If we're going to talk about one video game, we should talk about the fact that the new Skate's coming out soon.
Nah.
Love
So
Skate.
James, tell us about caving.
okay,
Some
How do you
more.
like your cave?
What- So okay,
Why no cave?
I feel
Okay.
like because the prompt is like you wouldn't do it under any circumstances. Yes,
yep.
Sure.
See, if I'm doing
you wouldn't
that,
go in there to save a family member.
Which one though?
What's one you like?
All of them.
Your dad, Cleo, the dog.
Greg.
She's getting old.
Oh, Greg, nah.
Greg.
Greg's
made
gonna do some.
Greg?
Greg's doing
Greg.
some bonsai skydiving.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a lot of photos in this house, but there is no photos of family. But there is a photo of Greg.
Yeah, but that one's funny.
and a naked Finnish man.
I don't-
Would you save Naked Finnish Man?
I
Would you say
absolutely-
Valtteri Bottas?
I would absolutely say Valtteri Bottas.
All right, cool.
Very good. Good lad.
Got him. All right, next.
I would go caving to save Valtteri Bottas.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Took that bullet.
Cringe.
See, I'm sorry, but
Just
if,
marry him, why don't you?
if my family members was in there, I'm like, I'm sorry, get the guy from Australia that dug the kids out of the collapsed cave. Go and get him. I'm not going down there. I'll be on the phone
So
with
gun to
Shelley.
your family's
Mark
head,
Whitney?
you would
No,
say...
there was like there was this soccer team. I
Whitney?
think it was in the Philippines,
The Thailand.
Thailand,
cave,
yeah. And they brought a guy out from Australia and
He was a
sent him out
diver,
there.
wasn't
Yeah. Oh,
And a bunch of,
diver.
I think, Thai,
Yeah.
the equivalent of the seals.
So I'm like, I'll be on the phone to Shelley saying, "Sorry, babe, but
I don't think it's an option. I don't think there's a
Yeah.
phone a friend when someone's got a gun to your head.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just like, okay,
You're not on
loved
how
you.
I want to be. You know, I want to be.
Fuck that. I'm not.
I'm the same.
not
All right,
fucking
final words
doing
we can
that.
say. Loved you.
Loved you. Loved.
Loved you.
Thanks
No,
for the
but still,
cards.
I do yours. I reckon
You
that
do
sounds
me?
like
You do me good?
I'd go back to my analogy from before, but I would start off like doing it like, say, on a skateboard, and then slowly working my way up to like doing it like more and more and more.
I don't think look, I don't think we're opening the realm of start off small, because otherwise yours is just surfing.
Yeah,
Yours
but
is
at what
like
point? So,
paddling.
okay, there you
And
go.
mine is just ironing.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it is just so.
And yours
pretty
is
That's parachuting. It's still,
yours is
it's
just
still
being in a
pretty safe.
parachute
Yeah.
class where they're like, all right, now we lay down on the mattress, pull the cord, oh, there we go.
That
that
is
what they
very
do?
true. You have days before you go skydiving.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah.
Have you
Oh,
gone
yeah.
skydiving?
No, I haven't. But
Oh.
I've looked
Have
into
you?
it.
I've had the option.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Why
would
didn't
have.
you do it?
Why haven't you? You've literally got a dude. You have a skydive guy.
You got to go.
I'm afraid of heights.
So
Now-
you're so high up, it doesn't even feel
Now,
real.
are you
That's-
afraid of heights or are you afraid of falling?
Or the sudden
Um,
stopping.
I think I'm afraid of heights.
That's fair.
okay.
No, I
I'm
get
not
it.
afraid of falling.
So there's
afraid of
there's
both.
only one fear that is innate. Everything else is learnt, and that is fear of falling.
Prostitution.
Interesting.
Yeah. So spiders, for example,
I hate 'em.
isn't an innate fear. It's something that you learn to be scared of.
I did, and I learnt it from my dad. Thanks, Dad.
I learned heights from my
See,
mum.
Yeah.
mine is FOMO and fold. So FOMO, fear of missing out,
Yeah.
and fear of letting people down.
Aw, that's cute.
Aw.
So FOMO, like, as in, like,
I like how they have fun
if
little acronyms.
if I
Yeah.
fall,
Mine's just
like, I'm not
spiders.
terrified of the fall. I'm like, if I die, my family's left without someone. worse than that, I fall, I become a quadriplegic. Now my wife has to take care of me.
Jesus.
That terrifies the shit out
So
of me.
if that happens, would that be, are you fearing of missing out all of the fun walking things you could do?
Yeah.
Or is that letting people down?
That's
or is it
both
both
of them together.
That's bad.
That's a hyper thing.
That's a
Fear of
double hitter.
not letting people down, but letting people down.
Yeah.
That's why whenever
I
you
have a
guys
fear of
ask
not
me to
letting
do
people
stuff,
down.
I'm always like, yep. Like straight away.
I think mine would come under fear of the unknown because I feel like in the circumstance of, all right, you have to do this extreme sport, it's described to you as you just have to do bungee riding in an extreme location. But you have to do it more extreme than the last person. We have the photo here. We're not going to show you until you say yes.
Wait, is that how it
I'm
works?
saying yes.
I don't know if it's a registered sport. I
It's
think
not
it's
really
just a
I don't
bunch
think
of-
mine's
So
a
you have
registered
to one
sport
up the
either.
last.
So like the first question I would say back to you, like the person who's saying is it all expenses paid to get me there?
To the ISS, yeah.
Let's assume so.
Then I'm just yes. Like straight away, yes.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. Like you'd be like, you're gonna go to the bottom, but then if it's a cave, I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna shoot myself in the head.
Okay, you know, like Kevin.
Okay. I feel like, James, yours specifically can be completely subverted by having more than one person. I feel like your issue is
well,
caving alone.
I've gone
The
to Caves
Well-
Beach and it's been really chill.
So it's actually more dangerous to go caving with someone than it is to go by yourself.
Because they could kill you.
Because if, say, for instance, right, if you're going through a tunnel that you have to push through forward,
And they do the
and they
damage.
get stuck, you can't back up, they can't
Yeah.
back up. You're both stuck then. Whereas if you're going by yourself, all you're doing, you can then slowly inchworm your way back to where you started.
Well, I feel like that's the circumstance where you just have to go forward, though.
Yeah, but
But also,
you
if you
can't-
bring someone with you, let's say worst case scenario, they get stuck or you get stuck, you've brought
Yes.
a meal.
yeah.
Okay, that's not where I was going.
Christ.
Well, if you're going to
All I
die,
was gonna say is I'm pretty sure from the cave stuff, like the Janolan caves and all that kind of stuff. Like, and there's one that a bunch of people are doing it where it's like a rock face and the water's been eroded by water for so long that there's a
the
tunnel.
water was eroded by the water.
Sorry, the
How many
rock was
hydrogens were in this water?
Too many
At least
hydrogens.
3 if it's
At least
eroding it.
But no, it's this waterfall, and there's a giant rock in the side of the cliff, and the water's been eroding away at the rock for that long that it's created a tunnel that comes out at the bottom, and it's just like they just go, oh, all you have to do is just, if you can fit through the hole in the top, you'll come out the bottom, and it's just like
That's a big
Fuck
no.
that.
Yeah.
no.
No.
I think,
What
yeah.
in the Megamania shit is that?
Yeah, claustrophobia is a very,
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
common fear.
No, I agree.
Yep.
You know, heights as well and falling, but
Heights
you know,
is-
the idea of kind of getting
You
stuck
fall
in
once.
that place and not then being able to get yourself
You
out.
drown once,
and-
you get stuck once.
I
cave
can say that like I have nearly drowned only once in my life, but
Nearly drowned.
well, the only reason why
death?
I
I've
didn't
nearly drowned
drown
too.
is because
Or life.
I'm the one in my family who has the highest swimming,
Right.
like the swimming rating. I think I'm a Bronze Star 3.
Whoa. Not bad.
And my father
it's not
cannot swim properly because when they came here, they're just like, oh, the wogs like don't go in the ocean.
But
Don't
how'd
worry
they-
about the
how'd
sharks.
they get here?
Well, they got in here on a boat. They don't go in the ocean.
Okay.
You're on the boat. Don't go in the ocean.
Right.
But so my brother and sister can swim, but my father can't. He can like tread water, but that's about it.
Why doesn't he just learn how to swim?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's become a fear kind
Hop
of
on
thing
over to
now.
Just push him in
Coghlan.
the pool.
So
Ooh.
they're
I almost drowned at jump rock.
Oh.
Yeah. Jumped in,
That's
tide
sketchy.
dropped,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I can't get out. And then I panicked.
in a tide pool.
It jumped rock.
Jump rock.
Jump rock. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So tide dropped, and then I was like, fuck, I can't get out. And then I was like holding onto the side, and the waves were pushing me off the rocks.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm getting exhausted.
Yeah.
I got out.
That was an episode of Blue Water.
Obviously.
I got out.
Did ya?
Yeah,
But
all by
I was like-
myself. No strong lifeguard came and saved me.
I think
Thank you again, Steve.
of all the extreme
Thanks, Mike.
sports, mine's got the possibility of it being a slow and painful way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Skydiving, 3 minutes. You don't catch a parachute,
Sure.
you're dead.
Yeah.
You know, big wave surfing.
What about running of the bulls?
You
You get gored in the stomach. You get a slow infection inside your intestines, and you die over a week.
Let's be realistic
That's
with
so
this.
much worse.
With this very silly sport, no one's doing it while running with the bulls. They're
Not
doing
with that attitude. That's why you'll never do it.
Well, you have to one up the last person.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
What are we
imagine
up
if
to?
it was to be like,
What are we up to? What is the
Yeah,
next?
what's the most
What's the
extreme
next up?
Yeah, like
We're gonna vamp while you find that.
big wave surfing. You know, if you kind of lose control,
You die.
you're going to go under. You're going to smack your head. You're gone, or
True.
you're just going to get it's going to be a quick thing.
But caving though, what if it caves in on you, dead immediately?
Yeah, that's the potential.
Yeah.
Yours doesn't have a potential of a slow death.
Liam has a gorgeous look on his face.
You know,
Extreme ironing has caused 58 deaths per year.
per
And-
year.
Yeah, per year.
Oh my god.
Which is way more than I was
year.
expecting.
How many participants are in this fucking
This
sport?
sounds like a sport I can get
It's
behind.
apparently very popular in the French Alps.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
those silly French
So
and Swiss.
now Paul's looking up how many people die per year.
Oh,
bonsai
that
parachuting.
sucks. Well, it doesn't suck.
Nobody
it's good.
does it.
One death every 150,000 jumps. It has no. Oh,
Surely they're not doing 150,000 jumps
Because
of
they
this
wouldn't be
every
they
year.
wouldn't be jumping by themselves. There'd be someone there for safety.
To
Like-
me, there is absolutely going to be a redundancy. There's
Yeah.
going to be a backup where someone else jumps with you. They've got two parachutes. They give you a parachute if you miss your parachute.
oh fuck that.
damn it!
Because otherwise, literally, it is just you committing suicide.
I don't want.
What have you found there, buddy? What'd you
Oh,
get?
that's fucking terrifying.
Show us. I don't understand.
Underwater.
Yeah.
Spelunking.
Oh, that's all of them
Extreme diving.
That's
under
pretty
a
rad.
big wave.
You got
There
to
we
think
go.
he had to get that ironing board.
He'd
Have to get the
down
ironing
there.
board,
Yeah.
the iron, and the clothes.
Unless the ironing board
That's
is made out of
fucked.
pure lead.
Technically, he's not ironing anything because there's no power.
He's
coming
washing
from the
it.
iron.
Oh, technically you can weld underwater. So
He's not welding though.
Yeah, no,
It's
but that-
ironing
No,
is not
but
welding.
you could use the same apparatus to heat an iron, like an iron to iron.
So some
Yeah,
examples.
but then your clothes are immediately
Yeah,
wet.
but you're still-
because you're underwater.
fucking hell.
I need
Iron,
extra starch for
iron,
the shirt.
iron.
Although things underwater aren't wet, they're only wet when they leave the water.
Correct.
Okay, so some of the examples that I've seen since we started research.
Yes.
5 minutes ago.
Someone ironing in the waters of the North Pole.
Oh,
That's
that'd be
cool.
that'd be cold.
Someone
reckon.
ironing on the side of a mountain mid-rock climb.
Worst free solo ever.
Someone mining on top of a car whilst on a highway.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So they've gone up my thing, going like it.
They're going up.
Well,
Yeah,
it's going up. Like, but like,
Next will be a plane.
yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's fair.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty wild.
yeah, I think the difference is yours. I feel like your deaths are less likely.
Yeah,
And
I
not
just
as
I just had a look there. It's about 10 deaths a year from
I'm
camping.
surprised I have more than you.
Yes.
Now I have to look.
Genuinely, like not as a stab. Genuinely, I am surprised that extreme ironing has more deaths than
I'm
Oh, it
surprised
makes sense
people are
because
doing
again,
it.
it's the same mindset as planking. And how many people died to planking?
The one-upmanship is
The
probably
one-upmanship,
yeah, is
100%.
the falling off in this
The
way.
competitive nature
Yeah.
of humans is very much coming into play. Where spelunking, I feel like it's more of a personal venture most of the
So
time.
Yeah.
mine's
yeah.
about the same, which is roughly about 10 die per year.
Wow.
From big wave surfing.
I feel like
wave
yours is
surfing.
limited by the waves.
So
Yeah.
there's because
Yeah.
there's you only get one. There's like a thin window around the world
Yeah.
for like all the locations.
But there's multiple, like, they don't have to surf that big 26-meter
No.
wave. There's like other big waves. Like
Yeah.
when does it become a big wave?
That's a good question.
Because
When-
for
when does
me,
it- yeah, when does it
the
go from an
swell is
average
like
wave?
10 foot, I feel like, you know what? It's a little big for me.
What-
When
what's
no one
that-
else is
what's that in
willing
the
to
Queen's
surf it,
English?
That's a really
In the
that-
Queen's
that's-
English, I think that's like 3 meters.
Okay.
It's just like the conversation is when does a stick become a twig and when does a stick become a branch?
Yeah.
It's like that. That's
So I think, yeah.
what?
Well, there you go.
defines
Anyway.
a big wave. I'm actually.
So I think at this stage, before we get back into another
Sure.
conversation about consoles, I think we'll start to wind down.
you reckon there'll be a PS6?
So it has to be.
I wonder when the next Nintendo console's coming
Oh,
out. 'cause
Christ.
The Switch has been out
soon.
for
There's a
ages.
Switch 2 coming.
Paul,
Legitimately.
who do you think?
Of what?
Who do you think made the best argument?
Before we go too far, it has to be bigger than. It has to be bigger than at least it has to be bigger than 6.2 meters or 20 feet.
6.2 minutes.
Oh, that's easy shit.
Okay.
I could do a 6-meter wave.
I couldn't.
I could do it. I wouldn't die. I wouldn't be happy about it. I'd do it though.
I wouldn't.
How many Emirates towers is that though?
Point
0.10.
No, that's huge. 0.1 of like a kilometer.
How many tethers to space is that?
0.006. Who am I picking? Who had the best? I still think I'm going to pick with Liam
Oh, thanks.
because of that one-upmanship. I think that is
Yeah.
because I'm still going by that terrorist gun to head. You got to one-up the last person, and seeing that one dude did it underwater in a cave and be like, I genuinely don't want to do any of
Yeah.
that. Kill
Like,
him.
what do I do? What
Yeah.
do I do there?
Yeah. Kill
That
him
one looked pretty chill though, because he had a cameraman.
True.
and a flash.
Yeah. It's a good flash too.
So yes, I vote Liam.
Thank you.
So, but is it like argument for the?
That's just how I.
It's
interpret
how
it.
we've always operated on these.
No, so
it's,
like
it's the best argument.
What's
really.
what's the question though?
What extreme sport would you not do under any
What
circumstances?
do I not do? Okay,
Correct, you.
Then it's you.
Caving?
Based on the argument.
Based on the arguments.
Well, no, it's just
Cringe.
the image I have in my head is just of me crawling down a tunnel, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, one little rock is a little bit further than the rest of them, and it just pinches right there, and then the further forward I go, the deeper
Yeah,
it
it
goes
just
in.
gashes you and
the
you just
further
can't-
I
you
go
just cannot
back.
And then you bleed out. It's like 2 minutes.
Oh,
not
Bleed
even
out
that
from
bad.
a little cut on your chest.
Oh,
Mate,
okay,
that's
keep
days.
pushing. Keep pushing.
It's just days, mate.
No, cut your
I think the difference between James's and all of ours is technically yours is done the second you enter the cave.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there are different levels of caving.
Yeah, but like-
yeah,
You reckon?
like, oh, shut up. But obviously, you've
I'm
got,
saying
you've got
is-
something like you've got the Janolan Caves, which is being
Yeah.
referenced, which is a lovely big cave, and then
Yeah,
you've
very
got
fun.
the
You got
Nutty
Caves
Putty
Beach.
Cave, which
Yeah.
is literally going
Yeah, fuck
through
that.
a narrow space, which basically
The Nut Butter
majority of
Cave.
humans cannot
Yeah.
fit through.
And there's the one with the troglodytes.
Exactly.
In the same way, there's extreme ironing.
Yeah.
You've got extreme ironing where you haven't done the ironing and your wife's coming home and she's pissed at you. That's extreme. And then you've got it doing it underwater, which we'll have to post a picture that Liam was referencing
Yeah, sure.
at some point as well.
you have the sliding scale of normal ironing to extreme ironing, and then in the middle there's like speed running, where like essentially people are
The wife is home.
Everyone does it every day, like that they have to iron. It's like, oh shit, I had to do this to go to work, and you wake up in the morning, you have to iron your shit
Yeah.
That's
before
the
you leave
most
the house.
extreme sport. The most extreme sport is I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one.
But no, like
I
yeah,
think comparatively, what I'm trying to say is you can't half-ass yours.
No.
You can't half-ass big wave.
No, it's a very whole ass sport.
You could probably half-ass mine, but then you don't one-up.
yeah.
That's the negative.
It's very a lot of whole assing
I
on
suppose
this side of the
the
table.
thing is for extreme ironing is the one-upmanship. I
feel like it's tied to sport.
The extreme part of it.
Yeah. 100%.
and where does it end?
Death.
58 deaths a year.
Yeah.
No. no but
ends 58 times a year.
at what point does it become like the one-upmanship ends? Like
There'll be a moment.
I
Someone
did
will do something
I
you're
did
like-
it while going into the like event horizon of a black hole.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Well, because then we'd always see it.
Ah?
No, but like the guy who does it on top of like Everest, like who's doing that? Who's beating that?
Space.
They'll find ways.
Space. Yeah, I did it on Blue Origin.
I suppose the thing is, what was the first? Where did
Probably
this
My wife's home.
Because the one I've
Probably
seen,
just on the mountain
I've
or
seen a
something,
video of it like in passing. It's
That's
like a guy who's tethered to the side of a mountain,
Yeah.
and he's doing it while upside down. I'm like, oh shit, he needs to get that done before his wife gets home.
I suppose
His
it's
back
extreme
wife is on
ironing
her
just
way back.
putting yourself in a dumb situation
Yes.
featuring iron.
Yes.
Feet iron.
Yeah.
Legit.
Dumb situation featuring
You're literally playing Iron Man mode.
Iron Man.
Oh my
So who are you
God.
picking?
Look, I'm going to pick 007 Paul because I think the idea of quick in and out. If you fuck it up, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like there's no if you fuck it up, you'll be fine. It's just if you fuck it up, you're dead. Splat. Done.
GG. Jamiroquai.
So I had not heard of extreme ironing before we
You
started.
never played
this.
the Wii game?
No, I was not in that ecosystem.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
And iron.
I had not heard of extreme ironing, but based on the conversation that I've had, I would never extreme iron. That sounds fucked.
That sounds
Mainly because
fucking fun.
I would then want to be the most extreme ironer,
I think that's the problem with it.
I do something dumb. So I would probably choose extreme ironing.
Okay.
What's that? Where it's like a ball, it's a cup and ball, where it's like essentially two cups.
Sounds like
with
a cup and
spike.
ball, mate.
And they showed it on Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah,
Smith.
the ball on a stick.
So
it's
have you
ball on a
seen
stick.
how
Yeah.
that, because of that show, everyone is now buying them up again and they're doing
Really?
trick shots on Instagram.
Really?
People doing
It
them.
wasn't
that kind
even
of
that
stuff.
like prevalent on the show.
No.
It was like,
I was
it's a
half
thing.
expecting-
Yeah, it's just
at
it's
some
a very
point-
simple. I had one of those as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that. In
It's like saying
between
there's
my
been a huge
essay writing.
uptick in people going into like assassinations and arranged marriages. Okay, so Liam wins.
I believe Aunt Liam wins. Yeah.
Congratulations, Liam.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yay. We're very proud of you.
I know I could do it. Just want to thank my wife.
For being so angry.
Don't worry,
Doesn't
I'm
matter
going
all the time.
just I'll do
For
it for you,
encouraging
baby,
you to
as long
choose
as
this.
it's not out of a plane with a parachute.
Yeah, no,
and
fuck
I'll
that.
do anything for
I'd
you.
like to thank my wife and her vein.
So did you get your ironing done, and that's why you were allowed to come and do this podcast?
I'm going to be honest. The entire reason I picked it, I fucking hate ironing.
Ironing
Out
sure.
of every chore.
So can I ask
hate
you,
it.
have you upgraded to lazy ironing yet?
You should do what the
What the fuck
Taiwanese
is that?
prostitutes do.
So
Where
Wait,
what,
what?
what the Taiwanese prostitutes do is they have like their mattresses are on basically like big sheets of plywood, and they'll put all of their clothes underneath their mattress. So when they go to bed, it's just like it's a pressure iron, and then when they wake up the next day, it's all clean. So it's all ironed.
I don't think that would work as effectively as ironing.
I mean, it gets the job done. Isn't it? What's an
So-
iron?
What?
the way I iron
SBS.
my clothes
Okay.
is you hang it in the bathroom
Punch it.
Okay.
and you
punch the
have
wrinkles
your
out.
hot shower, but you don't turn the fan on. And all it does is
Yeah,
so you steam your clothes.
steam my
Steaming,
clothes. And then literally all I do then is once you turn the fan on, it cools the clothes down and essentially causes it to de-wrinkle and de-fluff and get rid of all the static off it.
Steam.
But I do
Yeah,
it with
steaming.
all my clothes.
All
at
your
once.
clothes.
How many showers do you have in a day?
Yeah.
One.
Depends how filthy of a
How
boy I
hot are
am.
your
Welcome
showers?
to Saturday. It's ironing day.
Yeah. How hot are your showers?
Well, I normally set it 50 degrees.
He has a scorcher.
Because, like, if I'm sunburned, the easiest way to get rid of sunburn is to actually have a ripping
put
hot
sunscreen
shower.
on.
Melt the skin
and then
off.
Go.
Yeah.
Well, no. So the main problem is if you get sunburn, you don't want to have a cold shower when you get home. You want to have a very, very hot shower, which causes your pores to open, and then you have a slowly gradual down to cold, and then it essentially causes your pores to slowly close over, and that's why some people get the blisters. It's because your pores get infected and they don't close properly, so you've got to wash everything out by opening up your pores, getting all the salts,
Interesting.
all that
Well,
kind of stuff
thank
out
you
of
for
it.
that public service announcement. I think we'll reveal who the imposter, the traitor. Actually, let me try and find what the specific term that we used in the introduction
Saboteur?
was. Yeah.
We use all three. We use all
So
three.
which of us was not being totally tubular? Which of us was not being like a rad guy? Paul?
Thank you. I think, and full credit to him. I think it's Downhill Dasco.
Yeah.
I think he's been pretty non-tubular. I think he's been doing quite a lot of tangents tonight, a little more than
that's-
usual.
that's just my
Nah,
brain normally.
there's more. It felt a little another layer tonight, but that's just me. No disrespect to
No,
your
it's
dog.
okay.
Car.
In the no.
Downhill Dasker?
So there was one thing that James did.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting.
It was
Ooh.
calling out like
Not jet ski James.
How dare you?
jet ski.
Jackass James. Jerk off.
But the thing is, though, is I'm tossing. There was one thing
Tossing,
James
okay.
did, but I'm tossing between Liam or Paul.
What was the thing?
Because the whole time, they're just
Finish one
pointing at
thought.
each other and doing the like hand
That was
signals.
you were
That was you.
He did
You
that.
beautiful soul.
I was copying him.
I didn't do a
This
single
is what
thing.
I mean. He literally did it. He was laughing at it, and then I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
I
and
didn't
they're
do
like,
a
"Don't worry
single
about
thing.
Alright, I
You
don't
did
know.
it first. And
it." No,
then,
you did.
How, buddy?
You did it. I
We'll listen back.
Okay.
I know exactly. No. I know exactly the reason why you were doing it because you were going to make a joke about a
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
9/11.
That's right. I did do
Don't-
it first. Well, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm picking
Okay.
Paul.
I forgot
I'm picking
why.
Paul.
Picking Paul.
Well, I'm
All
picking
right.
Paul.
No,
Okay.
well, you're wrong, but whatever.
Okay. Where are we?
What were you?
Who do you think?
Let's trust Liam.
Fucking don't fucking gas. Fuck! I just got me a migraine. Fucking
I
gas
didn't mean to gaslight you. I genuinely forgot that I did do it first. Sorry.
Limbo Liam.
Sorry, buddy.
Look,
Limbo.
I don't want to be this guy, but I agree. The tangents you went on.
I'm always a tangent guy.
I completely understand. You
Well,
always go on tangents,
what
but
tangents?
I think the thing that really tipped it over the scales for me is when we were going around the table picking who it was. You went to tangents, and then right after, when we were picking other things, you went into another tangent.
No, so
and then
then
when we were doing this, you just went on a tangent.
No, but literally,
And then
before
20
he said it, you asked what was the wave, and I said, "Give me 1 second. I that is going to really bother me." And then he called me up and went, "Oh, that's great. Yeah, interrupt us." And all I did was just look it up on my phone, saying, "Yep."
You did.
Okay.
You did circle. 28 minutes later, you did circle back to
I'll
the
explain
character.
afterwards. It's essentially like I don't. Whenever something's bothering me, I want to know something. I don't like the idea of just going straight to the phone and looking it up. I try to remember from my own knowledge
That's
rather
good.
than
I like
depending on
that.
that.
That's a good way to
and then
do
all
it.
of a
No, I
sudden, when you
completely
started
understand.
making some lines, I went, "Oh, it was fucking Tank from fucking Surfside." And then
Okay.
I had to
I completely
clarify.
understand that. Those
Yeah.
were like related tangents. I think
Yeah.
the ones that really threw me off were like when we started talking about consoles and stuff. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
But I didn't start to talk about consoles.
Did you? I don't know who did.
It could have been me again. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember. But you vote Dasco as well, yes?
Yes.
Cool. James. Jerk off James. Sorry. Jail bait.
Jailbait.
Wow. Okay, I'm picking Liam.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like he's thrown Dasco under the bus to try and distract
Hey.
from.
I'm not.
He did the 9/11
distract
thing
from
and
his
everything.
own little
I did genuinely forget he did
idiosyncrasies.
9/11 as well.
So, no. I did the arm motion.
So
Yeah.
Want to
I
really
No,
make
Paul
that
did
clear?
a 9/11.
No.
Paul did a
No.
9/11.
did 9/11.
I didn't. I was watching Dragon Ball Z. It was not me.
Okay. All right.
Like
Everyone,
Leonardo.
put their hand in the middle. Be
Wait,
ready.
you voted, so
wait.
hang on, stop. So you voted Liam.
Yeah.
Dasco's,
you voted me.
Dasco's the one that's been.
We've got Dasco if it's him.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dasco.
All right.
If it's him.
3, 2, 1, and flip.
Fuck yes.
Yes!
Oh, thank God, it's not unfounded.
Do you know what the funny thing is? You guys didn't get me for any of the prompts that
Really?
I had.
Ah,
Wow.
okay, go ahead.
I got all of them twice
So you're
this week
sabotaging
again.
yourself
very
as
nice.
well.
So the first one was number 139. Do bad maths and have someone correct you. And
Is that the
he
hydrogen
did
thing?
it. No.
Damn it.
He did it with the.
Oh, I did correct him. He rounded up to 30.
I rounded up to
Ah,
30,
got
and
him.
then just before that, I said, "Oh, I think it's like." I said the how much it was in feet, and then wildly underestimated how much it was. I said it was 20 meters.
I don't think we correct.
Then you looked it up on your phone, and you said it
I
was
just
I
20.
wanted to
suppose he
Yeah,
corrected
but
it.
then
Okay.
I got
got
the
it.
double
Yeah.
confirm
Okay.
with that afterwards.
Damn it.
The second one was explain a pyramid scheme, but be convinced it's not a pyramid scheme. I did that right at the start. Like he even called it out, and then I threw it quickly under the radar. Didn't bring it up. I
I
took
kind of
it
want
a
to give
little
him the win
bit,
for that.
and then
That is very good.
Very well done. That's probably one of
the-
the best ones we've had.
the last one, like. Did you notice that I wasn't being very argumentative? This like essentially trying to defend or say
Well,
why
until we
mine
started
was
voting
worse.
for you.
No. So make zero effort to refute others' claims against your choice. So the whole entire time,
okay.
anyone was making like, "Oh, yours is just
was helping him
yours
as
is
well.
just surfing," and I'm like, "Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right." Fuck. And then he was going, "Oh,
Wow.
but yeah, you could just drown. And it's pretty much just falling off the board and drown." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And I was just,
Damn it.
Anytime someone was throwing shade,
Well, we got him. Don't worry. We
you
subconsciously
still
got
got
him.
me. But like the fact that
We're the vanguard.
The back brain was like, something wrong.
Red flag.
Bad man.
we got a victory. We got a victory,
So
but
the
it's not a
viewers
good
at
victory.
home, it happened. I lost count after about 15 times. These guys threw like essentially like trying to make my choice like be the wrong choice.
Yeah, well.
And every time you did it, it was followed by you're right there.
I thought you were just accepting that you chose poorly.
No, I specifically
thought that
chose this one for the reason.
Forever.
And annoyingly, it worked because we can't
It did
pivot.
work.
It was like, oh, he's not reacting. We'll get who else we got.
Yeah,
James.
we'll see if we can.
James, let's talk about
arc up on
caving,
James.
shall
No,
we?
the thing that helped me, the thing that helped me a lot was James picking my first choice. That's
Yeah.
what really helped me.
Look, I'll be
'cause-
honest, James picked one of my choices as well.
Yeah.
James
Because
picked everyone's choice.
the idea of being stuck in a cave underwater is generally
No,
horrifying.
not underwater, just in a cave.
It-
We
it
really do
doesn't-
have to.
Also,
It could be underwater, but
It
it's
could
not.
be. It could be, but it doesn't have
Water
to be.
can be involved.
So thank you everyone for joining us this week. I hope you all have like a rad and gnarly week. Just like get absolutely tubular with your life.
Don't forget to drop in on the like button.
Absolutely, yeah. Just
Drop in on the like button.
Kickbox that referral to a friend. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Kickflip on over to our socials.
You could be really gnarly if you send us a comment.
I said gnarly too much, yeah.
No.
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 Hang 10, everyone.